Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Drew here from Lone Fox. I cannot believe it is already approaching Christmas. Like, how has this year gone by so quickly? And I am so excited for today's video because we are going to be decorating the top floor of my house, which is something I never thought I would say. Like, I never thought I was going to be doing two different Christmas decorating videos because we really have a bunch of spaces to decorate this year. And I have some big plans for this. We're going to be doing this entire grand living room area. I want to deck out my bedroom this year because last year I actually only ended up styling my room like a week before Christmas. I ended up finding these glass icicle ornaments. Scored big time at the antique store at my parents' house this weekend. They live near Vegas and I drove to Vegas to go to the antique shops. We love spending a day just looking around. And there was a booth that had all of these yellow boxes. Look at this. Are you kidding me? I feel like I can like, oh my God, why did I do that? I feel like I can like suck on this or something. Do you know what I mean? I got 6 boxes. They were $10 a box. Look at this like little one. Oh. I was just so inspired when I found these ornaments. They were a vintage, just stunning glass. So I think we're gonna recreate that exact tree this year as well in my room because I never got to share it with you here on the channel. And I also want to give a big shout out to Tommy Hilfiger because they are sponsoring today's video, which is so kind of them. They sent over some really cozy throw blankets. I also have to say our holiday shop over on Lone Fox is open. Like all of our ornaments, so much Christmas is available over on the shop. It is insane. I think we have over 250 different holiday SKUs this year, which is unreal. It's our biggest Christmas we've ever done. So if you're in the market for some holiday decor, definitely check out lonefox.com. Let's dive into this transformation. I actually have an idea for the fireplace in front of me that I want to jump into first, and then I really want to go into my bedroom after because the lighting in there is so pretty right now. So I think we might bounce around the upstairs, but we're gonna have fun. So let's get started. On my fireplace, I have this little arched niche, and there's actually a plug in the bottom of it, but I always find it to be one of the hardest things to style in my home. It's just so random and super focal. So this year I actually decided to style the niche itself as opposed to just draping garland from the either side, which is what I did last year. So I used a couple of tiny picture hanging nails just to secure our base garland a little bit, and then with the second one, I wound it up and I just made it a little bit more heavier on the bottom left corner. As you could see, I love the look of an abstract garland all the time. I'm never someone that loves too much symmetry when it comes to Christmas decor. I love abstract looks, so I'm trying to make this super sculptural. I'm adding in some of these picks here. Picks are going to be your best friend for adding fluffiness and interest and just more texture to your garland because you can add so much interest this way. Added a couple in the top right corner and bottom left corner. I don't know what it is about me and Christmas decor. Whenever I do it, like I kind of just crumble things in sections and build off of that. I like using an abundance of things too. Like I love using a lot of ribbon because I think it just makes it look more effortless. But then you can just slip your wire and give it a twist and you don't actually have to tie it into a bow. So then you can use it next year as a long piece of ribbon again. I added in some beaded garland and just a couple of ribbon accents, and that really finished off this area. And of course a strand of string lights because there is a plug inside this little niche, so I have to take advantage of that, and it just really illuminates this and creates that Christmas magic. Welcome to mine and Winston's bedroom. As you could see, this is the state of my bed and how it's looked for probably the past year, because when I got Winston, I had a lovely duvet. I'll show you what it looked like in my final clips, and I had it like this. I actually had the coverlet just folded up right over here. I had a duvet on my bed and it was so pretty, and then I got Winston. Actually, I think I might have got him around the same time. He ended up using the bathroom when he was a puppy on my bed multiple times. I probably ended up purchasing over 5 different duvets over the course of like a 6-month period. You guys know how much duvet inserts cost. So I actually ended up switching to blankets that I've been sleeping under for probably a year. And I actually have kind of enjoyed it. He's been such a good boy for probably the past year. And it is time to upgrade my bed and kind of give it back its luxury, lovely little look that it had one time. This is my new duvet cover from Tommy Hilfiger, and because so many of you loved the coverlet that I had on my bed before, which looks like this. This one's a little bit scratchy. It's more of a coverlet. It's like a vintage textile. So I normally would take it off at night to sleep, but I do feel like this one from Tommy Hilfiger honestly kind of channels the same look. It's gonna match the navy accents in my room because I have a couple different pops of navy like in my artwork and in these little lines that I have up here. I also got a new sheet set from Tommy Hilfiger as well, and look how rich this navy color is. It is the deepest navy I have like ever seen. I am obsessed with this. I also absolutely love the mix of solid, like the solid navy sheet set mixed with the patterned duvet and then like the accent pillows that it comes with as well that you can put on. I just think it looks so nice. And then I popped a little throw here just to pattern play a bit. And I love, love, love this bed. It feels so nice in here. I have a throw blanket from Tommy as well. We're gonna add to the end, cable knit cream little throw here. Tommy Hilfiger is pretty genius with this design of this throw because it is so much longer than a normal throw blanket. You know how like a normal throw can never go across the queen bed? This one can like go across the queen bed and more. You wanna know what? I kinda like this one though as a throw. The Roman shades in here, they're so simple and I feel like we can totally accent them and they'll still be functional and everything. Plus they're mounted really nicely on the wall, so I know that I can add like some swooped garland across and I think it could be really pretty. And so I think I'm gonna do that. I brought up all of these from downstairs, so I have a bunch of garlands to work with. Then I'm gonna use some wire. This is just like simple little craft wire, just to connect it to the back side where I actually have the Roman shades connected. So we'll see how this looks. Since my Roman shades are mounted on the wall at a couple different points, I just ended up using some wire to wrap around where they are mounted and then just attach a little bit of garland on here. And I am actually gonna go back through and add some ribbon and bows, which is really going to enhance this look. I'm in the upstairs living room, and in this space, I actually have always, previous years, done the Christmas tree, like right in front of the stained glass doors. Winston's right here if you can hear him. And this year, I wanna do something where you can really see it, because honestly, when it's in front of the doors, it really is backlit throughout the entire day, and it kind of more shines at nighttime. So I wanna do something in this corner here. I love the idea of this really stunning tapestry here, kind of flanking the side of the Christmas tree, and also just living next to this fun sideboard. So I think that we're gonna flip the couch over to this side, maneuver a couple of things around, and do the tree over here, which I've never done, so it's gonna be new. We're gonna move this really cool mirror that I got at an antique store over on this side. Ugh. Okay. Believe it or not, this is probably my 8th year using this Christmas tree. I bought this when I was in college. I had absolutely no reason to be buying a tree this big or this expensive. It was, at the time, it wasn't too bad, but I will say I've gotten so much use out of it. But this year, the lights just did not work. Only a few sections were lighting up, so I ended up adding a few strands of string lights, and then I also added in a LED string lights, and these are normally used for outdoors, just like above, you know, like a patio area, but I love adding them to the tree because look at how spotted it makes the lights, and then mixed in with the smaller twinkle lights, it really is so stunning. And this year I just used an assortment of ornaments that I already had from last year. I did purchase just one pack of these kind of like leathery suede tone ornaments, which you could see in the tree there, and I got 12 of those, which added a nice bit of warmth. And a contrast element in the tree was the red ribbon, which you also saw me incorporate in the mantle area. I added a couple of large, just very droopy bows to the tree, which adds some lovely contrast, and I just love how this tree is turning out. I have all these really cool brass garlands that I've collected over the years. Like I have these brass bells, I have this star one here, and then I also have this like oak leaf style garland. So I thought I can kind of tuck these into the tree and they can almost act like jewelry box elements, like necklaces on the tree in a sense. Like I don't have enough to really cover the tree, but they're all different. And I think that's gonna make a really fun kind of touch to the tree. So I'm gonna collect and see how many more brass elements I have, but I think accenting this tree here in these brass vibes could be really nice. Even if it's like a little crazy, I think that's kind of cool. These ones are so cute. They're like little brass doves. take your ribbon and you just crease it at the end, fold it right in half, cut it at a V, get a nice little tail on it, which adds a cute touch. I think the thing that I really love about this tree styling so far is the exaggerated bows. They add this really nice, fluid, like, I don't know, organic look to the tree, which I love. On my sofa, I'm adding this Tommy Hilfiger throw, which is so soft and cozy. It has this really lovely little plaid on one side, and then the back side's a solid navy. It's a great little accent, and again, one that can like live for year round. It's great for the holiday time, but also love this just for all the time. It's a cute pattern. On the sofa, of course, an assortment of my pillows from my collection with June Laloy. And on top of my bookcase area, I'm actually adding a few strips of string lights. We thought this would just kind of illuminate this top section and add an additional layer of lighting just for the holiday season. And honestly, it might be something I want to keep year round because it looks so good. And while I was up there adding the string lights, I also noticed that there was a screw in the center of that kind of wood beam section. So I added a little wreath up there for an additional little touch. It's a lot more visible in real life, but it's backlit in the video. It looks so cute in here though. You can kind of see the wreath a little better there. I ended up ordering some velvet ribbon, and it's kind of like cognac color, which I'll link all of the tools and supplies throughout this entire video below for you guys if you are curious. And I just started to intertwine this in the garland that I added above my curtains. I wasn't loving how cutesy the scallop look was, but once I added this ribbon, it totally enhanced it and really made it feel a lot more intentional. I feel like it made it feel more grounded and actually like it was attached at some of the points on the curtains. So I added a few bows and just a couple strands as well, and just connected them all with a little bit of floral wire. And over in the corner of my room, we are setting up this Christmas tree, which I love the shape of this tree and the lights on here. I'll see if I can find a similar one. I'll link it below for you guys, but I did buy this one a few years back. I love the shape of this tree so much. It's such a good shape. I love how it kind of flares up a little bit. I'll put the proper name of this tree style, but I got this years and years ago. Sadly, it's not available the same kind, but I'm sure there's something similar online. Okay, so last year I set this up, but I only did it for short form because I actually ended up finding what's in these boxes just actually a week before Christmas. So I think I found them on like the 18th of December, and I actually was able to find some icicle style ornaments for my shop. So if you are curious, we have some very similar ones to these. I'll hop a photo up here and I'll link them below for you guys. But these are actual vintage ones. They're from like the 1990s. So I know that that doesn't sound vintage, but they technically are. And I just went ahead and layered them back in the box last year. You can kind of see, let me share with you how cool these are. They are glass icicle ornaments, and they're so crystal clear and stunning. Come in varying sizes and lengths. Well, they are all handmade and individual, so they add just so much character to the tree, and I am going to cover the tree in these little icicles. I love how it looks, and in the sunlight, this corner over here, my room, gets such incredible sunlight. The sun rises through these windows here, so in the morning, it is so magical. Right when I wake up, I saw it, and I only had it in my room for a week because I literally ended up cleaning up all of my Christmas decor right after Christmas last year. So this year, I'm putting it up a bit earlier, and I'm so excited to hang these up so you guys can start getting the vision and start seeing how this looks. I found these icicles actually at an antique store, and I found 3 boxes of them, and they were such an affordable price, I had to get them. Of course, I had to add some accents to the kitchen, so I popped by Trader Joe's and got a few of these fresh garlands because they have them already, which is great. And I just used some floral wire to attach those to my windows. They have these little ornamental pieces in the corner that I wrapped it around, and I adjusted the size of those and also added a couple pieces of ribbon. And that's something I've just been loving this year, is the use of ribbon and kind of the abundance of it ribbon as well. I love when bows are a little bit more drapey and overflowing. I don't like a really tight structured bow. I really like an oversized bow. bow. So I added those to the corner of those windows. And then I also popped a couple items from my store, like these little tree candles, which I love. They are so cool. They come in a couple different colors, and also just a vessel of some branches over on the right side. And I am going to share with you now the reveal of the upstairs of my holiday home this year.